Funeral Home in Cynthiana and Mount Olivet. And now to guide you through every serve, dive, set, and assist, here's your host. It's Ed Lewis.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hilltop, home of, course, the Harrison County Fillies. And tonight, the Harrison County Fillies Volleyball Match of the Week. The Fillies getting back into a region competition, so to speak, is the 10th region where they're from. Take on another team out of the 11th. The Lexington Christian Academy Lady Eagles make their way here to the Hilltop tonight. As you heard, we are being brought to you, as we are every week this week during the season, by Ware Funeral Home, of course, both in Cynthiana and Mount Olivet. Also, we welcome the folks on YouTube that'll be with us tonight, as they are throughout the season when we're here at the Hilltop, being brought to you by Nathan Linville and Dan Cummins. You can check out Nathan at dancummins.com. Nathan Linville, sales and lease consultant. As we mentioned, we are glad to be with you here tonight. The Phillies come in with a big win last night. They got back into region play over at Calvary Christian and walked away with a 3-0 win over Calvary Christian. That makes their record on the season with 5 wins and 2 losses. But more impressively, as far as the Phillies record goes, they are 5-0 in this young season in the 10th region play, including 3 of those 5 against district opponents. So remaining undefeated in the 10th region. The 2 losses, of course, coming against 11th region opponents, Henry Clay and Franklin County, last Thursday night when we were with you as well. As we mentioned, the only time the Phillies have been in action since the last time we were with you last Thursday was when they made the trip to Calvary Christian last night, where they won 3-0 last night over Calvary Christian. Now, this Lexington Christian Academy team, this Lady Eagle Ball Club, not quite the record as far as games played. They're 2-1 overall in the young season with 2 wins and 1 loss. They started their season back on August the 20th, and falling to Montgomery County, of course, out of the 10th region, a 3-1. A game over in Mount Sterling at the arena, where Montgomery winning that one 25-15. The only set that the Eagles took was the second, 25-21. The Indians then took 25-18 and 25-17 to win 3-1. Since then, on the 22nd at LCA, saw them defeat Anderson County 3-0, and then turn around and knock out Trinity Christian Academy, that at Trinity. 3-1 was the final in that. They're 2-1 on the young year, and as we mentioned, they have not played anyone in their region as of yet as well. But you might say they're 0-1 against 10 region opponents. So that is the way as we inch our way a little bit closer to getting tonight underway. Taking a look as far as the schedule goes for the rest of this week in Harrison County, it's a big day here on Saturday as the 2A second round of the 2A will take place. Harrison County has a date, with Franklin County. Franklin, as we mentioned, they're having their way with the Phillies last Thursday night. They'll meet again at 1 o'clock here on Saturday in the second round of the 2A Section 5 tournament. Now, the championship match will feature the winner of that one, and their opponent they will play later on Saturday. So if you're interested in a couple of good volleyball games, you may want to make your way here to the Hilltop on Saturday for that matchup. So that is what the next matchup as far as Harrison County goes. The next time we're with you will be Monday night. The Phillies will be back on the road. We make the trip into the 12th region, where they will make their way over to Nicholasville to take on the Colts in West Jessamine High School. And that'll be next week. Match time will be at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air a little before that on Monday night here on WCYN. And so that is the way as far as our next match will go. And as far as the next YouTube broadcast, that'll take place on the 19th. So we got a little bit of time, a week or so before the next time will be on the YouTube, and that is when they take on the Polo Bears of Bracken County. We're a couple of minutes away from getting this match underway here tonight. Earlier tonight, LCA came in and won both the freshman and the JV matchups here this evening against this Harrison County Ball Club. So that is the kind of a little bit how the atmosphere has been. We've had a pretty good crowd so far here tonight. As far as other sports around the Hilltop, tonight, some action going on over at the athletic complex, over on the other side of the Hilltop here, is the Phillies are in action, in soccer action. Well, I said that. Wait a minute. And the Braves are in action. I thought that was right. The Braves are in action at the Hilltop here tonight. Is in a little bit of soccer action. And, well, I've lost the schedule. But anyway, saying all of that, here we go. The Braves soccer team is in action tonight as they are actually at Paris. I'm looking at the schedule wrong. They are at Paris tonight. They were scheduled underway at 6, taking on the Greyhounds. So that's where the Braves soccer action. As far as the Phillies go, their next soccer match, if we take a look at their schedule, they will be back in action on Monday. They'll be making the trip over to Lawrenceburg to take on the Bearcats of Anderson County. That's a 7:30 matchup. The Harrison County Thoroughbred football team, they're in action tomorrow, and they'll be making the trip over to West Jessamine to take on the Colts tomorrow night. We'll have all that action on the radio here on WCYM. Right now we're going to head to the floor. Our Assistant Athletic Director, Scott Fields, will do our starting lineups as well as our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Harrison County High School, the Braves and Phillies. Tonight's game features the Lexington Christian Academy Lady Eagles and your Harrison County Phillies. At this time, yes, please stand on your hands for the flag of the national anthem.
National anthem, and now we'll have our lineups here in just a moment. Are being brought to you again tonight by the Ware Funeral Home, both at Mount Olivet and Cynthia.
Now first for Lexington Christian. Number 22, Caleb Evans. Number 13, Sarah Bell. Number 12, Lauren Chapman. Number 6, Matt Newman. Number 29, Haley Judd. Number 11, Reagan Mark. Number 23, Kitty Lee. Number 31, Sophie Pratchett. Number 33, Amanda Brown. Number 24, Claire Roberts. Number 2, Brooke Setzer. And number 16, Jill Weaver. Head coach for Lexington Christian is Chris O'Neill. And now, for 2024 Lexington County Volleyball Phillies, a junior receiver of Lexington County, a junior number 3, a senior number 5, a senior number 7, a sophomore number 8, a senior number 5, Joel Newell. A senior number 2, Billy Walker. A senior number 11, Jasper Fincher. A senior number 12, Robert Roberts. A sophomore number 14, Andre Fisher. A senior number 22, Jordan Ford. A junior number 24, Sean Ross. And a senior number 26, Brianna Roberts. Head coach Bill Morris, assistant James Miller,
There are both your lineups for both ball clubs, and national anthem has been played. Both are waving at each other, and we're about ready to get this match underway. Harrison County, as we mentioned, with a record of 5-2 on the young year. The Eagles with a record of 2-1. We'll get ready for tonight's matchup. Harrison County and Lexington Christian Academy Eagles. Now, these two clubs have not played since 2022 as well, and as far as overall, over the years, going back to 2002, for 22 years, they have played a total of 21 times, so Lexington Christian winning 15 of those 22, which meant the Phillies have won 6. But, and this is a big bet, Harrison County has won the last 2 in a row. In fact, they have won 5 of their last 7 matchups going back to 2017, including sweeping in 2022. So they have been on a nice little row against this Lexington Christian Academy program. We're about ready to get this underway as we take a look at your starting lineups for Harrison County. Aubrey Dawson's out there along with Lillian Watson. Also, Lexi Highlander, Owen McCoy playing in the libero tonight. Also out there with a start here this evening is Kaylee Fields, and the final member is Lauren Highlander. So that's the way the Phillies are starting, and as far as the doorball club goes, we'll get you the lineup for LCA here in a moment. Madeline Eubanks out there. She is also joined by Haley Jude, as well as Amanda Ragland getting the start here tonight. The first one will fall in. Phillies will pick up the first point, 1-0, to begin this matchup here this evening. We'll get you the rest of the LCA's lineup in a moment. That's Lexi Highlander serving. The junior will get it across. Continued on to play. That's Eubanks. Eubanks gets it back across to Ragland. Ragland gets it to fall in against the Harrison County defense. We're tied at 1-1. Reagan Martin also out there. Megan Eubanks, the libero tonight. Ball put back into play. Lexi Highlander, she will then set up to Lauren Highlander, who gets it across. Continuing to try to move. LCA continues to try and play. It's Jude getting it across. Lexi Highlander, she'll find her sister Lauren Highlander back across. Hitting the floor will be Eubank, keeping it alive. Continuing to try to move and getting it across will be Roberts. Harrison County's able to answer. McCoy hits the floor, gets the ball into the net. It comes out of the net, but not able to do anything with it. LCA will take their first lead at 2-1. Actually, the libero is Sarah Bilter. Madeline Eubanks, a junior, right-hander, about ready to serve for LCA. Gets it back across, dug out by McCoy. McCoy finds Watson. Watson to Lauren Highlander, rather. Gets it back across, continue to move. That's Ragland. Ragland to Jude. Jude tries to go across the net. It hits the top of the net, falls against LCA, and we're tied at 2-2. Jolie Hill, one of the seniors, will come in for Kaylee Fields for Harrison County. He's Audrey Dawson, another one of the seniors, will get ready to serve for Harrison. Dawson gets it up in the air, and across we go. Continues to try to move. That's dug out by Martin. Martin gets it back across to Jude. Jude across the net. McCoy digs it out. She'll find Highlander, who goes to Watson. Back across we go. Continuing to move. That's Biltner. Biltner across to Dawson. Dawson with a dig. She'll continue to move to Highlander. Highlander back completely over to Martin. Martin back across the net. Here we go. Continue to move. That's Jude. Jude gets it to fall in against Harrison's defense. And just like that, LCA goes up 3-2 here in the early going. We're in the first set, playing the best of 5 tonight. Haley Jude, a sophomore, getting ready to serve for the Eagles. Back across we go. And before to get across, it hits the top of the net, falls against LCA, and we're tied to 3. The point goes to Harrison County. Lillian Watson, one of those 8 seniors for Harrison County, will get ready to serve. Lillian will get the sign from Coach Schweitzer off the Harrison County bench. She'll do a couple of dribbles. That's double dribbling with the 2 hands, but she'll get it across. It's dug out quickly that time by Biltner. Biltner gets it back up to Eubank. Eubank gets it across the net. And point will go to LCA, 4-3. Audrey Whitaker now in the ball game, or in the match for Harrison County, joined by Lexi Highlander, Jolie Hill up front, Lauren Highlander, Owen McCoy, and Audrey Dawson to the back line for Harrison. Dawson will dig it out. She'll find Lauren Highlander, who gets it to Jolie Hill. Across the net we go. Continue to try to move. That's Eubank. Eubank gets it up, and going up is Sophie Gorshak. Gorshak, a freshman, tried to go for a kill, but was a little too close to the net. Ball falls against LCA, and we're tied at 4. Coming into the match for the first time this evening for Harrison County will be Bree Tucker. Bree is one of the 8 seniors. A couple of dribbles. She'll get it across the net. Dug out by LCA. That's Eubank. Eubank gets it across the net, and going up for the kill is Jillian Weaver. Weaver tried to get it across and not able to do it. That time it ends up out of bounds, and Phillies will take the lead at 5-4. 5-4 score. First set of play. Bree Tucker getting ready to come across. She'll get it across the net. Dug out that time by Biltner. Biltner gets it back on up the net. Gorshak gets it across. Whitaker then just taps it across. Gorshak gets a hand on it, and that's all she can do. The ball goes out of bounds behind the LCA line. Makes it 6-4. Phillies up by 2. Biggest lead of the night by the ball club. We appreciate you not only on the radio or the app or on the YouTube page as well here this evening. Continuing to try to move. Biltner to Eubanks. Eubanks goes across. Dug out by Dawson. Dawson to McCoy. Ball way up in the air. Dawson gets it back across the net. Hitting the floor that time is Brooke Seltzer, who's a senior, gets into play for LCA. Back to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson across the hill. Continuing to try to move. It's Eubank. Eubank gets it across. Continue to try to move. Dawson gets it back across the net. Biltner gets it on. She'll get on up to Weaver. Weaver goes to the kill, and she'll do just that as it falls against the Phillies defense. 6-5 their score. LCA picks up the point. Phillies up by 1. Claire Roberts, one of the seniors for LCA, will get ready to serve. Roberts a couple of dribbles. And the right-hander gets it across the net. Dug out by Dawson. Dawson hits it out of bounds. Tucker hits the floor, but the ball's a little out of her reach, and out of bounds it'll go. We're tied at 6. Claire Roberts. 6 seniors. One of those 6 seniors on the Eagles team. Dug out by Dawson. Dawson finds Lexi. Lexi to Hill. Hill across the net we go. This time continues to try to move. That's Gorshak across the net. McCoy will dig it out. Lexi back to Dawson. Across we go. Dug out that time by Seitzer. Seitzer gets it on up. County gets a hand on it. The ball will go out of bounds. LCA picks up the point, and they take the lead once more at 7-6. Claire Roberts gets ready to serve. Roberts across the net we go. Out of bounds it'll go. Phillies will tie it up at 7-all. Jolie Hill, one of those seniors, will get ready to serve for the Phillies. Nice crowd on hand here tonight. Phillies, as we mentioned, first time they've been home in a little over a week. It's last Wednesday. Ball put back into play. Continuing to try to move. LCA gets it across. Whitaker gives it to Tucker. Tucker to Dawson. Across the net we go. Continuing to move. That's Martin to Gorshak. Tucker volleys it up in the air to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson for the kill. Ball stays alive. LCA does a great job keeping it alive. Harrison County continues to try to move. That's Dawson for the kill. Continue to get it up as Roberts. Roberts back across the net. Into Martin's hands. Martin gets it across. Harrison gets a hand on it. The ball will hit the floor. 8-7. Eagles take the lead. Kaylee Fields will come back in, one of those seniors for Harrison County, as Jolie Hill has a seat. And Haley Jude, a sophomore, will return back in for the Eagles, as Brooke Seitzer has a seat. Doing the serving is Reagan Martin. Martin is senior for LCA. That's Lexi back to Dawson. Nice down by Gorshak. She just returned the ball quickly. Harrison answers. Continue to try to move. Getting it back in the hands of Jude. Jude goes for the kill. She'll get it to fall. And the Eagles up 9-7. That's, as we said, 2 points has been the biggest lead for either ball club that we've had here in the opening set. Reagan Martin gets ready to serve. The senior with a couple of dribbles. Back up in the air we go. Martin across. Dug out by Fields. Hit goes out of bounds. Lexi Highlander with it. Fields will return fire. Across the net we go. Continue to try to move. Getting it back is Eubank. Eubank across. Harrison County gets a hand on it. It'll fall in against the Phillies. 10-7 our score. Eagles up by 3. Harrison County trailing 10-7 to LCA. That time a little too hard as Reagan Martin goes for the serve. Out of bounds it'll go. Phillies will pick up the point 10-8. Owen McCoy, the senior, will get ready to serve as Lillian Watson comes back in for the Phillies. Owen gets it across the net. Dug out that time by Bilter. Gorshak gets it across the net. McCoy with the dig out. Back to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson for the kill, and she'll get it to fall in. Right past Bilter. Phillies will pick up the point. Still trail by 1, 10-9. Opening set. McCoy, it's ready to get things going here. Owen will get the sign from the bench. Where to place the ball, and back across the net we go. And Roberts back up. That time is Jude. Tried to knock the ball over, but it was too far or too close to the net, or too far from the net to get it to go. It went into the net and fell. Phillies will tie it up at 10-all. McCoy gets it back across. McCoy hits it a little too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. 11-10. LCA will pick up the point. And quickly coming back in will be Amanda Ragland, the junior. Sarah Bilter has a seat for the Eagles. Sophie Gorshak, a freshman, will get ready to serve. And across it goes. McCoy will dig it out as she goes to a knee. Lexi to Dawson. Across the net we go. And LCA out of position. 11-11. The Phillies will pick up the point. And just like that, Gorshak will have a seat. Bilter comes in for LCA. Harrison County counters as Tucker has a seat. And Lauren Highlander back in. Lexi Highlander will serve, and she'll get it across. Continue to try to move. That's a Ragland gets it across. McCoy to Lexi. Back over to Bilter. Bilter back across we go to Eubank. Eubank gets it across the floor to Jude. Jude for the kill. Phillies answer. Dawson tips it, and it's on the line, and officials say it was not. So they'll give the point to LCA. 12-11 our score. Madeline Eubanks, double dribble. Gets the ball to crawl across the net. McCoy returns fire. Continues to try to move. Eubank gets it across to Ragland, who hits it too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. Phillies will pick up the point. 12-all. Fields will have a seat. Joey Hill back in for Harrison County. Audrey Dawson will get ready to serve for Harrison. Dawson, Lexi Highlander, Owen McCoy. Lauren Highlander. Joey Hill and Lillian Watson out there. Lexi to Watson. Back across we go to Bilter. Bilter will go to Eubanks. Eubanks gets it across. That's on to Martin, who went for the kill. Harrison's able to answer. Dawson to McCoy to Hill. And one too many that time. 13-12. Eagles pick up the point. Brooke Seitzer will be ready to come back in for LCA. She is coming in for Haley Jude. 13-12 our score. Brooke Seitzer, one of the seniors, will get it across. That's Hill digging it out. Back to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Across the net we go. That's Seitzer. Seitzer to Eubanks. Eubanks gets on over to Martin. Martin for the kill, and she'll get it to fall. 14-12. Nice play by the Eagles. Phillies back down by 2. Seitzer gets ready to serve for the Lady Eagles. Dug out that time by Hill. Continues to try to move. Dawson to Lexi. Lexi to Lauren, and she goes across. Nice job that time by Ragland and Martin. They just set up a wall and return fire. The ball falls in. Actually goes out of bounds. Phillies pick up the point. I thought it fell in, but apparently not. Audrey Whitaker will check back in for Harrison County. And nevertheless, Phillies will serve the ball too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. And just like that, the Eagles will pick up the point 15-13. Sophie Gorshak back in for the Eagles. Sarah Bilter will get ready to serve. Bilter across, dug out by Dawson. Dawson to Lauren. Lauren gets it across. That's Lexi gets it across. continue to try to move as Roberts gets it back across. Now Lexi to Lauren for the kill. Too hard, out of bounds, 16-13. Phillies with a timeout on the floor. Coach wants to talk to the kids. 16-13 our score. Phillies trailing by 3. We're in the opening set, playing the best of 5 here from the Hilltop. Harrison County and Lexington Christian on the Harrison County Phillies Match of the Week, being brought to you here on the radio side of things. Ware Funeral Home on our YouTube page, brought to you by Nathan Linville and Dan Cummins.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North, caring enough to give you the very best.
Still in the opening set, 16-13 our score. LCA with the biggest lead they've had of 3 here over Harrison County here tonight. Playing the best of 5. As I said, we're in set number 1. Sarah Bilter, the libero for LCA, getting ready to serve. And back across we go. McCoy sits up Lexi. Lexi way back across. Adds to Seitzer, keeps it alive to Eubanks. Eubanks goes across to Martin. Martin for the kill. McCoy back to Dawson. Dawson finds Whitaker. Across the net we go. That's Seitzer. Seitzer, Eubanks. Eubanks to Gorshak, who went for the kill. Whitaker returns fire. LCA continues to try to move the ball around. That's Dawson. Dawson follows it up to Lexi. Lexi will continue to Hill. Who gets it across. Eubanks hits the floor. Keeps it alive. Continuing to try to move. And going up with that time was Martin, and as Martin went up, the ball will fall against the Eagles. 16-14. Bree Tucker back in for Harrison County as Lauren Highlander has a seat. 16-15, Phillies trailing by a point to the Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy. Tucker gets it to crawl across. It'll fall in past the diving Seitzer. Makes it 16-all. So Bree gets ready to serve once more. 16-16 their score. And across we go. Too hard. Should make it 17-16. Scoreboard says 17-15, but should have picked up that other point. Claire Roberts gets ready to serve. Roberts back across the net we go. Dug out that time by Dawson. Dawson to Lexi. Lexi will find Hill. Hill for the kill. Eagles try to answer. Gorshak keeps it alive. She'll get it back up to Martin, or to Eubanks rather. Across we go. That's Lexi. Whitaker just tips it over. Martin will take it out. Here's Eubanks back to Martin. Martin for the kill. And she'll do just that as it falls in past the Harrison County defense. We'll go with the scoreboard. According to the scoreboard, the Eagles are up 18-15. So 18-15. As Robert will serve. Dawson to Lexi. Back to Hill. Cross we go. Bilter. Bilter back to Martin. Martin too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. Phillies pick up the point. 18-16. Phillies down by 2. Jolie Hill gets ready to serve. Jolie gets it across. Dug out that time. Continuing to try to move. And across and there it goes. Seitzer gets it across. Harrison County, Lexi to Whitaker. Whitaker for the kill. Seitzer gets a hand on it. They keep it alive. Martin back across. That's McCoy. McCoy finds Whitaker. Whitaker across and now we go. Dug out this side by Roberts. He goes in and falls, or actually goes out of bounds off of LCA. Phillies will pick up the point. 18-17. Hill, McCoy, Tucker, Lexi Highlander, Whitaker, and Dawson out there for the Phillies. Back across the net we go. Dug out this time by Eubanks. Eubanks to Gorshak. Gorshak goes for the kill. Ball is tipped. It goes out of bounds off of Harrison County. 19-17. Kaylee Fields will come right on in for Jolie Hill. And back in will be Haley Jude, the sophomore for the Eagles. Reagan Martin will get ready to serve for LCA. 19-17. Phillies down by 2. across we go. McCoy finds Lexi. Lexi back across we go. Into Roberts. Roberts will get it across the net. She'll get it to pass the Harrison County defense as the defense just kind of watches it fall in. Makes it 20-17. Martin is ready to serve. And across we go. Fields hits the floor, knocks the ball out of bounds, 21-17. Biggest lead either team has had now at 4 in the opening set. Timeout called by Coach Faulkner. His second timeout. Wants to kind of make sure they're on the same page here as they trail 21-17 to LCA. As you mentioned, this is the opening set. Phillies back in action on Saturday, part of the 2A tournament where they have an afternoon date at 1 o'clock here at the Hilltop with Franklin County. If they were to win, they would play the championship match of the Section 5 2A tournament on Saturday afternoon. Regardless of who actually wins that match, that'll be played on Saturday here at the Hilltop. The next scheduled matchup will be Monday night, as the Phillies will be making the trip to West Jessamine and Nicholasville to take on the Colts. We'll be on the air around just 7 o'clock on Monday night here on the radio side of things, but on us YouTube will be back on the 19th. Bracken County comes calling, so we've got a little bit of time before our next YouTube match. Well, Eagles getting ready to serve. That's Reagan Martin. Martin gets it across the net. Dug out by Dawson. Dawson finds Lexi. She'll sit up Whitaker, who gets it across. Continue to try to move. That's Roberts. Roberts to Eubank. Back to Roberts. See Tucker dig it out. Goes to Lexi. Lexi continues to try to move to Dawson. Back across we go. Eubank then gets it across and sits up Roberts, who goes for the kill. Phillies get a hand on it, but out of bounds. 22-17. Reagan Martin getting ready to serve. Into the net will go. Phillies pick up the point. William Watson in for Aubrey Whitaker. Oh, McCoy gets ready to serve. And back across the net we go. Eubanks sits up Gorshak, goes for the kill. Fields keeps it alive, gets it across to Watson. Watson across the net we go. Eubanks back across the net, this time to Jude. Jude gets ready to hit it, and she does. She passes it back. One too many hits that time. 22-19. Phillies will pick up the point. Phillies down by 3. McCoy getting ready to serve. Dug out that time. Back across the net we go. That's Jude for the kill, and she'll get it past the diving Tucker. 23-19. Sophie Gorshak gets ready to serve for the Eagles. And across the net it goes. Fields will hit the floor, but keeps it alive. Lexi then gets it back across. And returning is Claire Roberts, and Harrison cannot answer. 24-19, set point. Gorshak will get it across. Dug out by Fields. Lexi sits up Watson. Watson will get to fall in, so Phillies stay alive as they pick up the point, 24-20. Lexi Highlander in for Bree Tucker. Lauren Highlander in, rather. Lexi's getting ready to serve. Lexi will get it across. Dug out that time by Martin. Continue to try to move, and going up with it is Jude. Harrison County's defense returns fire. They'll get to fall in, pick up the point, 24-21. Phillies walking a tightrope here in the opening set. Lexi Highlander gets ready to serve. And across the net we go. Ball is dug out. Continues Eubanks. Eubanks gets it up over to Roberts, who goes for the kill, and they're going to say it fell in. It had to be on the net. The Eagles will take the first set, 25-21 here tonight. So 25-21 as LCA takes the opening set. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll get ready for the second set in just a matter of moments. As we mentioned, we are being brought to you throughout the season by Ware Funeral Home, both in Cynthiana and in Mount, bringing us our Harrison County Phillies match of the week. We'll be with you again on Monday nights, 7 o'clock is scheduled match time, as the Phillies make the trip to Nicholasville as they go into 12th region play to take on the West Jessamine High Colts. We'll be with you on the radio side of things. That's Monday night here on WCYN. Stay with us. We've got more coming up in just a matter of moments.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North, caring enough to give you the very best.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Bredson Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
Well, back here as we're about ready to start the second set in just a matter of moments. But as we do, we'll remind you, I got football tomorrow night here on the radio, as the Harrison County Thoroughbreds will be looking for win number 1 under the Van Isaac campaign. As the Breds 0-2 on the young year, following last Friday night down at Estill County. Will remain on the road tomorrow night, making the trip over to West Jessamine to take on the Colts over at the stable. And we'll see what happens. As Colts also 0-2 on the young year, as they have lost their first 2 ball games against Wayne County and then last week against the Ashland Tomcats. And those are 2 clubs. It's man, they're tough teams. But we'll see what happens. West Jessamine, the Colts against the Harrison County Thoroughbreds Friday night, live from the stable over in Nicholasville. As we mentioned, kickoff 7:30, pregame a little after 7 tomorrow night here on the radio side of things, as well as on the app. Well, 1-0 our score. LCA picking up that opening set, 25-21 over this Harrison County Ball Club. We'll see what happens as we're just about ready to get the second set underway. As we said, we do play the best of 5, being brought to you through the entire season by Ware Funeral Home. On both Cynthiana and the Mount Olivet. Being on the YouTube tonight, being brought to you by Nathan Fields over at Dan Cummins, dancummins.com, the place to check him out for any car needs you may have. But I said Nathan Fields. I'm used to him on Nathan Linville, rather. Nathan Linville over at Dan Cummins. So we thank Nathan Linville and Ware Funeral Home folks for allowing us to be with you here this evening. Well, right now, as we'll get ready to get this back underway, Lexi Highlander, Lillian Watson, Audrey Dawson, Cheyenne Ross, Carly Mullet, and Audrey Whitaker out there for Harrison County. Whitaker, as I say that, will come have a seat as Owen McCoy will come in for Harrison. So McCoy, Ross, and Mullet in the back. And it's Lexi Highlander, Dawson, and Watson in the back, or in the front, rather. And for it's Reagan Martin, Sarah Bilter, along with Madeline Eubank in the back. Eubank will get ready to serve for the Eagles. Haley Jude, along with Amanda Ragland. And that final member of that group is Haley Jude. Ball falls in against Harrison County, 1-0. That's Claire Roberts. That's the final member of the LCA Eagles. 1-0 score. LCA with the lead and getting ready to serve is Madeline Eubanks. The junior will get it across. Ross gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. 2-0. So LCA up 2-0 to begin. Second set. Eubank, across we go. Ross will dig it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Watson, who goes for the kill. Nice job that time by Martin to keep it alive. Continue to try to move. That's Roberts back across we go. McCoy back across. Going up for the kill is Dawson. LCA continues to move. Eubanks back across this time to Jude. Jude gets it a foul past the diving Carly Mullet. Makes it 3-0. 3-0 to score. LCA coming out quickly here to begin the second set. Madeline Eubanks will go for the serve. She'll get it across to Ross, who digs it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Dawson for the kill. Nice job as Lexi gets it to fall in past Eubanks. 3-1 her score. Harrison gets on the board. Mullet will have a seat as Lauren Highlander comes in. Lexi Highlander will get ready to serve. She'll get the sign from Coach Schweitzer. And across the net we go. Dug out that time by Bilter. Continue to try to move. That's Roberts across. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's off of LCA. Phillies pick up the point, 3-2. Still trailing by a point, but Harrison's put up 2 quick points here. Lexi. We'll see Roberts take it out to Eubanks. Eubanks then gets it into Jude, who goes for the kill. Harrison's defense answers. McCoy to Dawson. Dawson back across to Eubanks to Bilter. Bilter back across to Jude. Jude goes for the kill. Out of bounds it'll go. 3-2 our score. 3-3 our score. Harrison will pick up the point. Lexi gets it back across. Dug out by Roberts. Roberts by over to Jude. Jude sees it across the net. Continuing to try to move. Bilter. Eubanks. Eubanks gets it to Jude, who tips it across. Harrison will answer. Bilter back to Jude. Jude to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson across. Bilter. Bilter continues to try to move. Eubanks continues to sit up Jude. Jude goes for the kill. Gets it a fall past the diving Cheyenne Ross. 4-3 our score. LCA will pick up the point. And back in, that's Brooke Seitzer. Seitzer is senior. In for the Eagles. Seitzer will serve, gets it across, but out of bounds it'll go. Phillies will tie it at 4-all. Jolie Hill in for Shy Ross. Audrey Dawson, couple of dribbles. Dawson will get the sign. Across the net we go. It's dug out that time. That's Eubank. Eubank sits up. That's Amanda Ragland. Gets it across. Harrison County's able to answer. Returns fire. Continues to move. Roberts goes for the kill. Watson gets a hand on it. It'll fall against Harrison County 5-4. And back in is Sophie Gorshak as she comes in for Amanda Ragland. Sarah Bilter will get ready to serve for the Eagles. Bilter back across. That's McCoy with a dig out. She will then find Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson too far from the net. It'll hit the net, fall in against the Phillies, makes it 6-4. Eagles have led by as many as 3 here in this second set. Back across we go. Dug out by Hill. Hill finds Lexi to Lauren. Lauren gets it across. Gorshak returns fire. Eubank across to Roberts, who goes for the kill. Harrison gets a hand on it. Out of bounds it'll go. 7-4 our score. Back to a 3-point lead for the Eagles. That ball looked like it had a beeline to going out of bounds, but the Phillies jumped up and got a hand on it that time. And Belter gets it back across. Dug out by Hill. Hill finds Lexi. Back to Hill. Hill for the kill. Continuing to try to move that Seitzer. Seitzer to Eubank. Across to Roberts. Roberts tips it. And hitting the floor is Dawson. Dawson to McCoy. McCoy across, and there we go. Back over across to Bilter. Bilter continues to try to move. That'll get it to Roberts. Back across, and now we go. And one too many hits. 7-5. Phillies pick up the point. Aubrey Whitaker comes in for Owen McCoy. Lillian Watson gets ready to serve for the Phillies. Watson, Lexi, Highlander, and Dawson in the back. That's Hill, Whitaker, and Lauren Howland in the front. And you try to move. That's Eubank. Across it goes to Martin. Martin for the kill. Whitaker returns fire. Eubank back to Martin. Martin continues to try to move. Lauren Highlander tries to tip it over too far from the net. Ball falls in against the Phillies, 8-5. McCoy in for Watson for Harrison County. Claire Roberts gets ready to serve for the Eagles. Back across we go. Phillies trailing by 3, 8-5 to the LCA Eagles. Dawson back across to Hard. And they're going to say it was out of bounds. So the point will go to LCA. Apparently the line I'm looking at was different than what they saw. And theirs counts. Mine doesn't. Ball put back into play. McCoy digs it out. Continues to try to move. Hill gets it across. Eubanks sits up Martin. Martin goes across. Whitaker returns. Continues to try to move back to Martin. Martin gets it across. Ball's knocked out of bounds that time. And makes it 10-5. Phillies now down by 5. Biggest lead that we've seen for the ball club here in the second set. And Coach Faulkner wants to talk about it. 10-5 our score. Harrison County trailing to the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles here tonight. Eagles back in action as we take a look at their schedule here rather quickly. They're back in action on Saturday at LCA, and so they'll be playing host to Berea, part of the All-A 11th region. So, opening round of the 11th region, we'll see Berea and LCA playing. It's 11:30 start on Saturday. Well, as we continue here this evening, Phillies lost the first set, 25-21 to LCA, so Eagles up 1-0. Lauren Highlander, Owen McCoy, Jolie Hill, Lexi Highlander, Aubrey Whitaker, and Audrey Dawson out there for Phillies. Claire Roberts gets ready to serve for the Eagles. She's joined by Seitzer and Belter, Gorshak, Martin, and Eubanks. Ball and sees Eubanks. She'll sit up Gorshak. She'll get it across. Dawson will keep it alive by volleying to Lexi. Lexi to Lauren. Lauren for the kill. Eagles get a hand on it. It'll fall in. Point goes to Harrison County 10-6. Bree Tucker off the bench. She comes in for Lauren Highlander, and she'll get ready to serve for Harrison County. Ten-6 our score. And you missed it earlier. The Reds sweeping the Astros today. Bree serves the ball, goes into the net, falls against Harrison County. Eagles pick up the point, 11-6. Reagan Martin here ready to serve. Reds on the road for 3 against the Mets this weekend. Of course, we've got football tomorrow night, so our next Reds broadcast will be Saturday on WCYM. And we'll get ready to serve. That's Martin. She'll go straight into the net as well. And Phillies will pick up the point, 11-7. Jolie Hill gets ready to serve. Haley Drew did come in for LCA a moment ago. Back across we go. Dug out that time. And Eagles will move the ball around. They'll get it to Martin. Martin for the kill. She'll get it to fall in. 12-7. Carly Mullet came in for Harrison County. I missed that. Shai Ross also now coming in. So Shai Ross, Carly Mullet, Owen McCoy, Audrey Dawson, Aubrey Whitaker, and Lexi Highlander out there for the Phillies. This is Sophie Gorshak. The freshman gets ready to serve for the Eagles. Across the net is dug out by McCoy. She'll find Lexi. Lexi sits up Whitaker. Whitaker went for the kill. And returning fire was Raglan. But Harrison answers that. Raglan goes for the kill, and she'll get it to go in the back corner against the Harrison County's defense. 13-7, a 6-point lead, which is the biggest lead anyone has had here in the second set. 13-7, Eagles with the lead, and Sophie Gorshak gets ready to serve once more. Cross we go, too hard, out of bounds, 13-8. Lillian Watson in for Aubrey Whitaker for Harrison County, and Gorshak will have his seat as Sarah Bilter comes in, the junior for the Eagles. Owen McCoy, the libero, gets ready to serve. Owen gets up and across the net we go. To the other libero, Martin, put up to the Raglan. Raglan just kind of tips it in, and Harrison County's defense just kind of watches it fall. 14-8. Madeline Eubank is ready to serve. Eubank with a couple of dribbles. Sit across the net. Harrison County has a whistle against them. I'm not sure what that whistle is called. Somebody may be out of position. It kind of looks that way, but nevertheless, the point goes to LCA 15-8. They're ready to serve. Ross digs it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi finds Dawson. Dawson across. Keeping alive is Eubank. Eubank to Bilker. Bilker back across the floor. Roberts across the net we go. And it's Lexi, McCoy. McCoy, Dawson. Dawson for the kill. Eagles can't handle it. 15-9. All we'll have to see is Warren Highlander back in. Lexi Highlander. Across the net to Lexi. Let's keep it alive. That's Lexi. There's Ross. Dawson across. Dug out that time by Jude. Jude across the net. And it's all around. It's Lexi. Lexi goes to Lauren, who hits the top of the net. Falls against Harrison County. 16-9. Back to a 7-point lead. And Brooke Seitzer will come back in for the Eagles as Haley Jude has a seat. 16-9, the biggest lead they've had. McCoy digs it out, so find Lexi. Lexi across to Lauren. Lauren for the kill. And too hard out of bounds, 17-9. The 11th region has not been kind so far in the regular season. Continue to try to move. McCoy finds Lexi. Lexi Watson gets it across. It stays alive by Seitzer. Seitzer to Eubanks across the net. Nice job by the Eagles. McCoy will find Dawson for the kill. That's Seitzer. Back to Eubanks. Across to Martin. Martin for the kill. Ross will dig it out. She'll get it across to Lexi. Lexi sees it crawl across the net. Eagles will return. Harrison returns. Eubank back to Martin. Martin for the kill. Ross hits the floor. So does the ball. 18-9. 18-9 our score. Wow. Seitzer gets it across. Dawson, Lexi back to Dawson. Dawson for the kill. But it's a nicely job by Ragland and company for the Eagles. They return fire, but hit it too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. Point goes to Harrison County, 18-10. So the Phillies will pick up the point. Still trail by 8. Dawson. Dug out that time by Seitzer. Seitzer to Eubanks. Eubanks to Ragland. Ragland went for the kill. Hit it a little too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. 18-11. Phillies pick up the point. Dawson. Dug out that time by Seitzer. Continues to try to move the ball. That's Roberts across the net. Eagles out of position that time, 18-12. Phillies on a 3-point run. Timeout on the floor by LCA. Kristen Olsen, the head coach, or not Olsen, Onan, calling a timeout to talk to her troops. 18-12 our score. Phillies trailing by 6. They picked up 3 quick points here. They try to get back in this one. As we mentioned, they did lose the opening set 25-21. They trail 1-0 here in the match play. Phillies at 5-2 on the year. 3-0 in district play, 5-0 in region play. Only 2 losses coming against other 11th region teams, following last Thursday to Franklin and a couple of weeks ago to Henry Clay. LCA 2-1 on the young year. They have yet to take on an 11th region opponent. Did lose to their only 10th region opponent, Montgomery County. Ball served out of the go off of Harrison County. Eagles pick up the point, 19-12. Sarah Bilter gets ready to serve. Coming back in is Sophie Gorshak. Gorshak joined at there by Martin along with Roberts in that front. Eubank also out there with Bilter and Seitzer. Going up for the kill. The Phillies will get the fall in, 19-13. Whitaker quickly in for McCoy for Harrison County. Lillian Watson gets ready to serve. Watson. Across we go. Ball out of bounds. Oh, they said it fell in. Okay. Well, they had a better view than I did. 19-14. Phillies will pick up the point. $19-14 our score. Back across, Watson. I see Belter to Eubanks. Eubanks sits up Martin. Martin for the kill. And Whitaker and Lauren Highlander returned fire, but that time it ended up out of bounds. 20-14 is point goes to LCA. McCoy back in for Watson for Harrison County. Clara Roberts gets ready to serve for the Eagles. Dug out that time by Dawson. Dawson will find Lexi. Lexi tips it across. Gorshak will answer. Dawson will dig it out. She'll go to Lexi. Lexi back across the net. Continues to move. That's Seitzer. Seitzer to Eubanks. Eubanks to Martin. Martin to McCoy. McCoy to Lexi. Lexi continues to move to Dawson. Dawson tries to get it across. As that time Bilter and Martin both win for it and end up both hitting the floor. 20-15. Phillies pick up the point. Trail by 5. Lauren Highlander gets ready to serve for Harrison County. Lauren gets it back across, too hard, out of bounds, 21-15. Haley Jude back in. Carly Mullet back in for Harrison County as Lauren Highlander has a seat. Brooke Seitzer will have a seat as Haley Jude checks back in. Reagan Martin will get ready to serve for the Eagles. And up we go. Mullet gets it up to McCoy, hits the basketball. Dawson does an awesome job of hitting her knees and keeping it across the net. Gorshak back to Dawson with a dig out. She will get it across to Lexi to Whitaker. Whitaker back across. That's Eubanks. Eubanks then turns around and sits up Roberts, who goes for the kill. Actually, that's Jude going for the kill. Harrison able to answer. Gorshak tries the same. This time Dawson returns. Bilter to Eubanks. Eubanks will then turn around and sit up Jude. Jude gets it across. McCoy hits the floor. So does the ball. 22-15. 22-15 our score. Seven-point difference. Reagan Martin will serve again. This will crawl across the net. And as it comes across, it'll fall against the Harrison County defense. 23-15. Phillies cannot afford to give any more points up here. Martin, she'll serve. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy finds Lexi. He tips it across. Eubanks will return. Ball will fall in past the diving McCoy and the diving Mullet. 24-15. 9-point lead. Martin with a couple of dribbles. Set point. And up and over we go. Too hard, out of bounds, way out of bounds. 24-16. Phillies will pick up the point, so they stay alive. Jolie Hill, the senior, will get ready to serve for Harrison County. Phillies cannot give another point up. They'll lose the set. Ball stays alive. That's Eubanks to Martin. Across the net we go. Dug out by Hill. Lexi. Lexi to Whitaker. Whitaker for the kill. Martin. Eubank. Eubank across that time to Jude. Jude gets it to fall in. And the second set goes to LCA by a final 25-16. So 2-0 our score. 25-21 in the opening set. 25-16. As LCA has won the first 2 sets against Harrison County. We are being brought to you, as we have through the entire season, on our home portion of our broadcast on our YouTube page by Nathan Linville and Dan Cummins. Dan Cummins over in Paris. Check out for any automobile needs you're looking for. Check out Nathan Linville, Sales and Lease Consultant, dancummins.com, or check him out on the web at, as you said, dancummins.com, 859-588-9470 over in Paris. Nathan Linville and Dan Cummins bringing us our YouTube throughout the season. Also on the radio side of things, being brought to you by the Ware Funeral Home. The Ware Funeral Home, both in Cynthiana and in Mount Olivet.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North, caring enough to give you the very best.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Bredson Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
Well, back at the Hilltop, our third set. And what is hopefully the first of three sets the Phillies will win because they're down 2-0. They'd have to sweep the rest of the way here. So it's a very good LCA team. The Eagles at 2-1 on the year. Phillies at 5-2 on the young season here. To mention Harrison County back in action on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the second round of the 2A tournament, where they will be playing host to Franklin County. And the 2A Section 5 championship match will take place Saturday afternoon here at the Hilltop. So if you're a volleyball fan, you may want to make your way up here on Saturday. Our next broadcast will be Harrison County Fillies volleyball broadcast will be on Monday night, 7 o'clock, over West Jessamine, taking on the Colts. We'll have all the action starting a little before 7 on Monday evening. The next sports broadcast, though, is tomorrow night. The Harrison County Thoroughbred football team looking for win number 1 on this year's campaign, as they'll be taking on the West Jessamine Colts over in Nicholasville at the stable, as the Colts play host to the Thoroughbreds. Colts also 0-2 on the young season. We'll see if they can. Well, somebody has to win. I was going to say, we'll see who bounces back here as well. But that, as we mentioned, will be tomorrow night with kickoff scheduled around 7:30. Breds and the Colts. Well, we're about ready to start the third set. As we mentioned, 2-0 our score. LCA with really two nice set wins here. All right, let's see. As far as the Phillies go, we will see Audrey Dawson out there, Lauren Highlander, Lillian Watson, Kaylee Fields, Lexi Highlander, Audrey Whitaker. And we'll see Owen McCoy come in for Whitaker. McCoy playing the libero. And that's Madeline Eubanks, along with Sarah Bilter. She is the libero for LCA. Amanda Ragland also joined out there by Haley Jude, as well as Claire Roberts. And the final member is Reagan Martin. Lexi Highlander will get ready to serve for Harrison County. And she'll hit it in the net. The Eagles will go up 1-0. Madeline Eubanks gets ready to serve for LCA. And across we go. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy finds Lexi. Lexi to Watson. Watson gets it across. It's returned by Ragland. Falls against Harrison County. 2-0 Eagles up. Eubank gets ready to serve. We'll go across, and it falls in there. Official said it did not. He'll call it out. So we'll go with his call. 3-0. Or 3-1. 2-1. 2-1 is our score. I think everybody else thought it was in. 2-1 our score. Back across as Harrison Dawson will serve. Ragland goes for the kill. Phillies keep it alive. Lauren back to Lexi. Across the net we go. Continue to move. Eubank across the floor. Gets it into Jude. Jude goes for the kill. Harrison County can't handle it. 3-1. 3-1 our score. As Brooke Seitzer gets ready to serve, one of the seniors for the Eagles. Seitzer will take a look at the Eagle bench, gets the sign she needs and where to place the ball, and she'll do just that. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy goes to Lexi. Lexi to Lauren, and it crawls across the net and falls amongst about 3 Eagles. Could not place that ball much more as it hit and just crawled right across the net. Aubrey Whitaker. Back in for Harrison County as Owen McCoy has a seat. And that's Lillian Watson gets ready to serve. Crossing, now we go. It's dug out that time, and Eubanks plays it off the net. Ragland tries to then get it across the net. She was too far down and away. Phillies will pick up the point as the ball falls against the Eagles. 3-all our score. Watson gets ready to serve. Watson, across we go. Dug out by Bilter. Bilter across to Eubank, who sits up Ragland. Ragland gets it to foul in against Harrison County's defense. Eagles pick up the point, 4-3. And somebody's got to get the ball as it just rolls over on the other side of the gym. Sophie Gorshak back in for the Eagles. Finally, Lauren Highlander will retrieve it. Sarah Bilter gets ready to serve. Bilter, across we go. Dug out by Dawson. Dawson will find Lexi, who Joey Hills is back in. That's Eagles getting it across. Martin back to Hill. Hill across. So she'll find Eubank, who then sets it up to Roberts. Roberts way too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. We're tied at 4. We had a youngster decide they wanted to play. So they had to stop play to get them off the court there. 4-all score. So got a few years before they're able to play. Lauren Highlander gets it across. Dug out that time. Martin goes for the kill. Harrison gets a hand on it. Out of bounds it'll go. 5-4. Lauren Champlin, our first look at her, since she comes in tonight for the Eagles. Roberts gets ready to serve. She'll Bree Tucker back in for Harrison County as Lauren Highlander has a seat. So Tucker, McCoy, Dawson in the back, Hill, Lauren Highlander, and Whitaker up front. Continue to try to move. That's McCoy. Comes up and digs it out and hits it too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. 6-4. 6-4 score. Now Eagles with the lead. Claire Roberts will serve. She'll get it across the net. Dug out by Owen McCoy. McCoy finds Bree Tucker. Tucker up to Aubrey Whitaker. Whitaker across the net we go. Continue to try to move. That's Roberts. Gets it up. It's to Chaplin. Chaplin gets it across to Martin. Martin for the kill. Hits Harrison County. Phillies can't handle it. Now down it'll fall. 7-4. Back to a 3-point lead for the Eagles. Roberts gets ready to serve once more. It'll take flight. Across the net we go. Tucker hits the floor but keeps it alive. Back to Lexi. Lexi to Hill. Hill across the net we go. Chaplin. Chaplin will get it across to Martin. Martin will see Dawson keep it alive. Goes to McCoy. To Hill across the net we go. Belcher gets a hand on it. Ball goes out of bounds. 7-5. Phillies will pick up the point. The ball goes rolling way over on the other side of the gym. Joey Hill will retrieve. Phillies gets ready to serve. They're trailing by 2. It's 7-5. It'll crawl across, and as it does, Seitzer hits the floor, but so does the ball. Phillies will come within a point as they trail 7-6 to the LCA Eagles. Hill gets ready, trying to tie this thing up. Hits it across, dug out that time by Roberts. Hits it across to Martin. Martin for the kill. She'll get it to fall past the Harrison County defense. Eagles pick up the point, 8-6. Haley Jude back in as Brooks Seitzer will have a seat for the Eagles. And as I say that, Reagan Martin will get ready to serve. And it's very quiet. Martin hits it into the net. It'll fall against the Eagles, 8-7. Watson in for Whitaker. Owen McCoy gets ready to serve. Fields also out there along with Tucker, Watson, Highlander, and Dawson. McCoy hits it into the net. It'll fall against Harrison County. Eagles pick up the point, 9-7. Gorshak gets ready to serve. Gorshak will cross. McCoy gives it up to Lauren. Lauren finds Dawson. Across the net we go. Continues to try to move. That's Chaplin. Chaplin across. Ball's tipped. Falls against the diving Gorshak. 9-8 our score. Eagles with the lead.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Breads and Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
9-8 our score. Lauren Highlander will come back in for Harrison County as Tucker has a seat. Serving that time is Lexi Highlander. She'll get it across. She'll get it across over to Jude. Jude tries to get it across. One too many hits against Harrison County. 10-8. 2-point lead for the Eagles of Lexington Christian. Claire Roberts, well, I thought Claire was serving. Instead, she just let the ball roll out of bounds. And Madeline Eubanks comes in. Eubank in for Lauren Chaplin. Eubank will get ready to serve here. 10-8 to score. Eagles have led the majority of this third set. They lead 2-0 overall. Ball put back into play. Dawson to Highlander, back to Dawson. Eubank will find Bilter. Bilter back over to Jude. Jude gets it across the net. Digging it out is Fields. Fields will get it across as it goes Highlander to Highlander. Lauren gets it across and gets it to fall in against the Eagles. 10-9 to score. Phillies down by a point. Hill back in for Fields. And that's Dawson serving. Martin digs it out. She'll get it on up the floor to Jude. Harrison County will see Lexi to go to Hill. Hill gets it across. Ragland returns quickly. The Phillies return quickly. That's Eubank back to Ragland. She'll tip it across. Ball stays alive as it goes Highlander. McCoy back to Highlander. Continue to try to move Eubank. Eubank sets up Jude. Jude goes for the kill. Dawson keeps it alive. Back across to Hill. Hill back over to Laura to Lexi. Lexi continues to try to move. Eubank, Ragland goes for the kill. So gets a fall in as Lexi Highlander hits the floor. Gets a hand on it, but the ball hits the floor. 11-9 her score. Nice a bit of action that time as Brooke Seitzer back in for the Eagles. Seitzer, Bilter, Ragland all out there. And Martin continuing to try to move. Dawson will knock it out of bounds. 12-9. That's Roberts, the final member of that Eagle group out there. And the ball that's on the Seitzer serve. She hits it out of bounds. Makes it 12-10. Phillies will pick up the point. Whitaker in for McCoy. And Lillian Watson gets ready to serve. Watson with a couple of dribbles. 12-10 her score. Phillies trailing by 2 to the Eagles. Short into the net. Makes it 13-10. McCoy back in for Watson. Eagles pick up the point. Earlier tonight, LCA winning both the freshman and the JV matchups. Trying to make it a clean sweep over Harrison County. Not a pretty thing to think. Belzer back across. Dug out that time by Dawson. Dawson to Lexi to Whitaker. Whitaker for the kill. Too hard. Out of bounds. 14-10. Belter gets ready to serve, and across the net we go. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy to Whitaker. And that time Seitzer hits the floor, knocks the ball through the floor, makes it 14-11. Phillies down by 3. Lauren Highlander gets ready to serve for Harrison County. And all Eagles here in this one. Across the net we go. Belter hits the floor, so does the ball. 14-12. Phillies pick up the point. Lauren Highlander, Owen McCoy, Audrey Dawson, Lexi Highlander, Jolie Hill, and Audrey Whitaker. And that time, Lauren gets it to fall past the Eagle defense as they watched it go. 14-13, back within a point. Coach Oden is taking a timeout. 14-13 our score. Harrison County down by a point. They trail 2-0 overall. LCA taking the opening set 25-21, taking the second set 25-16 to lead 2-0 here in the best of five. And they are by a point here in the third set, 14-13 here this evening. Tomorrow night, Harrison County High School football here on WCYN. Reds on the road. And they'll take on the West Jessamine Coats down in Nicholasville, down at the stable. Battle of two clubs looking for their first win on the young year. All the action gets underway. Kickoff 7:30. Pregame a little after 7. And I'll tell you what, while we're talking about that, don't forget to join us Tuesday night here on WCYN for the Coaches Roundtable Show. Harrison County football coach Van Isaac and Jim Swinford live from Capilla Kitchen and Mexican Cantina Restaurant right there in downtown Cynthiana. Check them out starting at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night down in Capilla. Ball put back into play. Harrison County will serve. Martin goes for the kill. It was too far from the net. It'll fall against the Eagles. We're tied at 14. Lauren Highlander gets ready to serve once more. Phillies on a nice little run here to tie this thing up. And a little too hard, out of bounds, 15-14. Eagles will pick up the point. Chaplin back in for not Eubanks. Chaplin in for Eubanks. Claire Roberts gets ready to serve for the Lady Eagles. And Bree Tucker in for Lauren Highlander for the Phillies. 15-14. Roberts. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy will find Lexi. Lexi back to Hill, who went for the kill, but answering it to the Eagles. That's Lexi to Whitaker. That's Gorshak returns fire. Ball stays alive. Hill grows up, puts it where they ain't. 15-15 our score. Hill doing a nice job just that time going up for the kill and getting it past the Eagle defense to tie this thing up. Back across the net we go. That time dug out by Seitzer. It'll go into the net. Falls against the Eagles. 16-15, and the Phillies taking a lead here in the third set. I believe that may be their first lead of the third set. 16-15. If not, it's been a while. Hill gets it back across. Bilter digs it out. She'll go to Chaplin. Chaplin to Martin. Across the net we go. And the Phillies in the net that time. They try to go up to stop it, and point goes to LCA, 16-all. Fields back in for Hill. Kaylee Fields, one of the 8 seniors on the Harrison County roster. And that's Haley Jude, the sophomore, coming in for the Eagles. Reagan Martin gets ready to serve. Martin gets it across, and out of bounds it'll go. Phillies pick up the point as they go back out in front, 17-16. William Watson in for Aubrey Whitaker for Harrison County. Owen McCoy. It's ready to serve. And the ball's hit way up in the air. It goes out of bounds, but so does Bilter. Gets it back on up to Gorshak, who gets it across the net. Nicely done. Harrison County returns. Bilter across to Chaplin. Chaplin will get it to Jude. Continues to throw back and forth we go. McCoy goes to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson gets it in. Does a nice job putting it where they're not. 18-16. Phillies with their biggest lead at 2. That's McCoy. Couple of dribbles. And Bilter with a dig out. Chaplin. Chaplin sits up Gorshak. Watson returns fire. LCA can't handle it. It'll fall in. Phillies up by 3, 19-16. McCoy will serve once more. Across we go. Chaplin. Across the net. She will then get it to Jude, who goes across. Continue to move Dawson. Continues to keep it alive. That's Roberts. Roberts across. Watson back over Martin. Saves it from going out. continues to try to move. Chaplin gets it over to Jude. Continue to try to move. That's Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson will see Martin dig it out. She'll go to Chaplin. Chaplin to Gorshak. Back across. Watson returns. Continues to try to move. The Eagles try to move. Gorshak hits the floor, but the ball goes under the net. 20-16. 4-point lead for Harrison County. McCoy. So back across. Jude to Bilter. Bilter will see Fields dig it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Dawson for the kill. Ball goes to Martin. She keeps it alive. Chaplin gets it back across. Continues to try to move. That's Jude. Getting to get across. That's Lexi. Lexi gets it across as Tucker hits the floor, but so does the ball. And that was an impressive run by Harrison County. We'll see the Eagles pick up the point, 20-17. Ragland back in for the Eagles. Phillies up by 3. Gorshak checks back in as she gets ready to serve. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy to Lexi. Lexi to Dawson. Continues to keep it alive. That's Martin to Chaplin. Chaplin gets it across to Jude. It'll fall against Harrison County. It's 20-18. Timeout called by Coach Faulkner and his Phillies. 20-18 our score. Harrison County up by 2, but we've seen what was a nice little run come to an end, and the Eagles beginning to kind of try to flex their muscle back here. Here at the Hilltop, Harrison County and Lexington Christian Academy. 20-18 our score. Here in the third set, first 2 sets going to the Eagles. 25-21 and 25-16. So LCA leading overall 2-0. Gorshak will get ready to serve. She is joined by Martin with Roberts, Jude, Ragland, and Chaplin. Gorshak gets her out of bounds. 21-18. Phillies pick up the point. Tucker. As I say that, Bree will have a seat as Lauren Highlander comes back in. She is joined out there by Dawson, Watson, Fields, Lexi Highlander, who's getting ready to serve, and Norman McCoy. Lexi will get it across, and a dug out by Martin. Martin to Chaplin. Chaplin will get across to Jude, who gets it to crawl across. Harrison County not quite ready for it. Out of bounds it'll go, 21-18. And LCA had a call. Actually, I was looking at the scoreboard, had a call against them. They'll give the point to Harrison County, and Martin will come over and ask for an explanation. 22-18. And the official will explain. Martin still tugged John as she goes back across. 20-18. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if she was doing that or if she was explaining to the resident, which she understood. 22-18. Ball will crawl across as Lexi serves. LCA answers. Watson goes up for the kill. Gets the follow past the Eagles. 23-18. Timeout call by Coach Onen. LCA with a timeout here. 23-18 our score. And I think that probably just as much as anything, keeping the Eagles on the same page after that call just a moment ago. 23-18. Biggest lead the Phillies have had at 5 at the moment. Trying to take this third set to keep this match alive. All right, here we go. Lexi Highlander getting ready to serve for Harrison County. 23-18, Phillies up by 5. Belter will dig it out. She gets it to Chaplin, who sees Ragland. Sees Lexi dig it out. Back to McCoy. Fields now across the floor we go. Martin will dig out. Gets it up to Belter. Belter gets it up this time to Jude. Gets returned. She'll continue. Jude will try to get it across. Lexi will keep it alive as she hits the floor. Back to Fields. Martin Chaplin. Across this time to Jude. Jude gets the fall in against Harrison County, 23-19. Nice play by both teams. Madeline Eubank back in for the Eagles. Eubank gets ready to serve. Eubank will see McCoy dig it out. He's going to try to miss. Watson tips it down. Goes past Eubank, 24-19. Harrison County now going for set point. So Aubrey Dawson gets ready to serve. He'll back in for Fields. And across we go. Dug out by Martin. Martin to Eubank. She will set it up to Jude, and as Jude goes up, she'll hit it into the net. Phillies take the third set, 25-19. So 2-1 our score. Harrison County taking the third set, 25-19. Here's we'll get ready to start the fourth set here in a moment. Gives us an opportunity to remind you we are being brought to you as we the entire season on the Harrison County Fillies Volleyball Match of the Week on the radio side of things by Ware Funeral Home, both in Mount Olivet and in Cynthiana. On the YouTube side, being brought to you by Nathan Linville, Sales and Lease Consultant, and Dan Cummins, dancummins.com. Our phone, Nathan, 859-588-9470 over in Paris. We're back with you on Monday night. The Phillies will be making the trip to West Jessamine to take on the Coats. Match time at 7 o'clock. We'll be with you a little before that here this coming Monday evening.
Ware Funeral Home believes that you deserve the very best. When life's journey comes to an end, you want a funeral home to be there before the need arises, to answer questions and offer affordable funeral service options, to be there during your time of loss to offer genuine caring and concern. And you want a funeral home to be there after the service to assist and guide you through the maze of paperwork and offer grief assistance and materials. Ware Funeral Home, US 27 North. Caring enough to give you the very best.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Breads and Phillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
As we continue, we'll get ready to get the fourth set underway here in just a matter of moments. The top 25, Coach's Poll came out for the first time this season earlier today, and number 25 in the state is Louisville Holy Cross. They are followed by number 24, Fort Thomas Highlands, the Bluebirds. The 23, Gray Crossing out of the 11th region, the Warhawks. The 22, Simon Kitten out of the 9th. And number 21, Taylor County. And then Lexington Catholic, the Lady Knights, at number 20 in the top 25. At 19 sees Greenwood. 18th, Elizabethtown. At 17, we'll see them on Monday night. West Jessamine is at 17 overall in the state. And Franklin County, who we saw this past Thursday night, and we'll see on Saturday, it's 16. So, yes, the Phillies on Saturday play number 16, and they turn around and play number 17 on Monday. At 15, Louisville Ballard. At 14, Christian Academy of Louisville. At 13, Bowling Green. At 12, North Oldham. And number 11 is McCracken County in the top 25. Ryle is at 10. Paul Lawrence Dunbar at number 9. DuPont Manuel out of Louisville at number 8. Frederick Douglass out of Lexington, number 7. Central Hardin, number 6. Mercy Academy out of Louisville, number 5. San Henry at number 4. Notre Dame at number 3. They received 2 first-place votes. Number 2, Sacred Heart receiving 3 first-place votes. And Assumption at the top of the poll for the coaches' poll, receiving 29 first-place votes as they are at number 1 in the opening of the top 25 from the coaches' poll to start the season. Well, LCA will get ready to serve. That'll be Eubanks. We'll get you the lineups here in a moment. McCoy gets it to Lexi. Lexi back to Dawson. Across we go. That's Belter. Belter to Eubanks. Across we go. This time to Jude. Jude will see Fields hit it. It'll go out of bounds. The Eagles up 1-0. That's Bree Tucker, Owen McCoy, Kaylee Fields, Aubrey Dawson, Lexi Highlander, and Lillian Watson out there for Harrison County. Ragland, Jude, Roberts, Bilter, Eubank, and Martin out there for the Eagles. Eubank will get it across. Dug out by Dawson. Dawson to Lexi. Lexi back across. This time to Watson. Watson goes for the kill, and Eagles will get a hand on it. That's all they can do. Out of bounds it'll go, and just like that, it's 2-0. Phillies trying to keep what was a nice run in that third set. Lexi getting ready to serve as we get everybody situated here. I'm not sure what the officials are waiting on, but whatever it is, she'll finally. Okay. And they'll fix the scoreboard 1-1. Now make it 2-1. Harrison County will take a 2-1 lead. Anyways, 2-1. And Lexi will get it back across. Eubank gets it to Jude. Jude across, and there we go. That's filled with a dig out. She'll get it to Lexi. Lexi will see Dawson tip it across. Bilter then sits up Roberts, who goes across. McCoy. Watson way across we go. Martin will dig it out. She'll find Eubank, who hits it into the net. 3-1 or score. Harrison County with a 3-1 lead. Lexi with a couple of dribbles. And then back across we go. Dug out by Roberts. Get it to Ragland. Ragland to Lexi. Lexi to McCoy. McCoy to Dawson. Dawson goes for the kill. And she does. Ragland goes up. Hits the ball too hard. Out of bounds. It'll go 4-1 our score. 4-1 our score. Harrison County with a 3-point lead. Taking the third set. 25-19 just moments ago. Ball put back into play. Eubank, across we go. That's to Roberts. Roberts to Lexi to McCoy. McCoy goes to Dawson. Dawson hits the ball, not quite hard enough. It'll fall against the Phillies, 4-2. Eagles will pick up the point. And Brooks Seitzer will come back in for Haley Jude. Ball put back into play. That's Lauren. Lauren gets it back across. And you try to move. Martin goes up for it, and as she does, Harrison County will go up, and they'll knock it down to bounds, 4-3. Philly's still up by a point. The Eagles on a little bit of a run here. Seitzer, a little too hard as she serves. Harrison County will pick up the point. Out of bounds it'll go. 5-3. Fields will have a seat as Jolie Hill comes back in for Harrison County. Dawson, back across we go. Dug out that time by Eubanks. Eubanks, across we go. Too hard. Dug out by Seitzer, then to Eubanks, but too hard, but nevertheless, out of bounds off of LCA. Phillies pick up the point, 6-3. Dawson gets ready to serve. And dug out that time by Seitzer. Saved by Eubanks. Back of the Ragland who goes across the net. That's Dawson to Lexi to Watson. Watson across. Ball is hit out of bounds that time by Seitzer. Phillies pick up the point, 7-3. And continuing on, Dawson. Bilter. Back across. Phillies knock the ball around. Jolie Hill will get it across, and as they do, Martin hits it out of bounds. 8-3, a 5-point lead, and Coach Onan saying, let's stop this, and calls a timeout for LCA. 8-3, Phillies up here in the fourth set. See if they can continue to keep this run going. Timeout on the floor. Tomorrow night, Harrison County High School thoroughbred football here on WCYN. As the Breds making the trip to West Jessamine to take on the Colts. Kickoff 7:30, pregame a little after 7 tomorrow night here on WCYN. Breds return home a week from Friday. As we remind you one more time, in case you missed it this past Tuesday night, the Coaches Show, Coaches Roundtable Show, talking Harrison County High School Thoroughbred football here on WCYN, 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, live from Capilla. Cantina and Mexican restaurant right there in downtown Cynthiana. Try the food. Had food over there the other night. Good stuff. Stoffel and his folks doing a great job down there. As mentioned, Van Isaac, the Harrison County High School Thoroughbred football coach, and Jim Swinford, the play-by-play guy for the football. They will be down there Tuesday night at 7. You can join them for some food, as well as hear a little bit about Harrison County football. Ball put back into play. Harrison County Fillies' volleyball team continues to play. That's Eubank. She'll get it across to Martin. Martin tried to tip it, but it was too far from the net. It'll fall against the Eagles, 9-3, 6 points, the biggest lead the Fillies have had. Audrey Dawson gets ready to serve. She'll take a look at Coach Schweitzer on the bench, gets the sign of what to do with it, and here we go. Continue to try to move. That's Eubank. Goes across to Martin. Martin tries to serve. Watson hits the ball into the net, then tries to play it off the net. And out of bounds it'll go, 9-4. Gorshak back in for Ragland. Sarah Bilter will get ready to serve for the Eagles. And it gets very quiet in the gym. Jolie Hill digs it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Lauren. Lauren tried to play it, get it across. It hits into the net. Watson then tries to play it out the net, but that's one too many hits. Makes it 9-5. Belcher will serve once more. She'll hit it. Everybody thought it was going in the net. Instead, it comes out and crawls across the net and falls against the Harrison County defense. Eagles pick up the point, 9-6. Philly still with a 3-point lead. And across we go. McCoy digs it out. Gets it to Lexi. Lexi across the net we go. That's Eubank. Eubank goes to Martin. Martin goes across. Watson returns fire. Gets it to fall against the Eagles. Phillies will pick up the point, 10-6. Whitaker in for McCoy. For Harrison County, Lillian Watson gets ready to serve. Phillies to 4. Watson with a couple of dribbles. Back up where we go. Dug out that time. That's Eubank to Martin. Martin for the kill. Too hard. Out of bounds. Phillies pick up the point, 11-6. William Watson gets ready to serve. William with a couple of dribbles. Crossing net it goes. Too hard that time. And out of bounds it'll go. Eagles will pick up the point, 11-7. McCoy in for Watson. And Claire Roberts gets ready to serve. Roberts across the net we go. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy finds Lexi. Lexi goes, gets it across the hill. Gorshak returns. Harrison returns. Ball stays alive. Bilter back across. That's Lexi. Lexi goes to Hill. Hill can't handle it. 11-8. Just didn't get a hold of it that time and hit it back across the net. Claire Roberts gets ready to serve for the Eagles. Roberts across. That's Lauren to Lexi. Back across we go. Seitzer. Eubanks. Gorshak gets it across. Dawson finds Lexi and too hard, out of bounds. 11-9. Well, we had a really nice crowd to start. The night as went on, it's gotten a little smaller. Ball put back into play. Jolie Hill finds Lexi. Back to Hill. That's Martin. Eubanks back to Martin. Martin for the kill. And Whitaker just goes up and says, yeah, I don't think so, and returns fire quickly. Phillies pick up the point, 12-9, our score. Nice job that time by Aubrey Whitaker. Lauren Highlander serves. Ball knocked out, and Belcher saves it. Let's see if we can get it across, and they'll do just that. Nice play that time by the Eagles. McCoy back to Lexi to Whitaker. Whitaker across we go. Eubanks sits up Martin. Martin goes back. McCoy with the dig out. Back up front to Lexi. Lexi continues to try to move. Dawson with the kill. Continuing to try to move. That's Seitzer. Seitzer, Eubanks, Martin. Martin back across the net we go. Hitting in the floors. Lauren Highlander. She'll get it to Lexi Highlander. Back across to Hill. Hill continues to try to move. Continuing to move. That's Seitzer. Seitzer across to Martin. Martin sees McCoy out with the dig out. Back to Lexi. Lexi goes to Hill. Hill digs it across the net. It goes. Continues back to Hill. Hill goes over to Seitzer. Seitzer then finds it across to Martin. Martin goes for the kill. Harrison's defense answers. Continues to try to move. That's Lexi. Lauren back over across to Whitaker. Whitaker finds Martin. Martin goes for the kill. McCoy hits the floor. Keeps it alive. Then Martin back across. Harrison's defense returns. Whitaker goes for the kill. She'll get it to fall. Phillies pick up the point. 13-9 on score. A lot of great action that time by both the Phillies and the Eagles, and Whitaker able to get it to fall in. 13-9 on score. Phillies pick up the point. Phillies with their biggest lead of 4 at the moment. Lauren Highlander gets ready to serve. Lauren gets it across. And that time it gets off as Eubank goes in the net. 14-9. Phillies on a nice run. They still trail overall 2-1. Needing this 4th set desperately to keep this thing going. Continue to try to move. Lauren Highlander, a little too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. Eagles pick up the point 14-10. It's Riley Martin gets ready to, Reagan Martin rather, gets ready to serve. Reagan Martin, one of the seniors on this year's Eagle Ball Club. 1-6. Martin gets ready to serve, and McCoy digs it out. She'll find Lexi. Lexi to Hill. Hill back across, Bilter. Bilter to Eubanks. Eubanks gets it over across to Jude. Jude gets it back across the net. Harrison County hits it too hard. Out of bounds it'll go. Point goes to the Eagles. Phillies up by 3 at 14-11. Martin gets ready to serve. She'll get it back across. Dug out by McCoy. McCoy will find Lexi. Lexi back to Dawson. Dawson too hard. Out of bounds. 14-12. Bree Tucker, Owen McCoy, Audrey Dawson, Lexi Highlander, Audrey Whitaker, and Jolie Hill in for Harrison County. Dawson back across to Hill. Hill gets it across. Continue to try to move. Jude goes for the kill. Whitaker returns fire. Eubank then sits up Jude. Jude goes out of bounds. The ball follows. 15-12. Phillies up by 3. Jolie Hill, one of the 8 seniors for Harrison County, getting ready to serve. Continues to move. Roberts digs it out. Gets it to Jude. McCoy will dig it out. Goes to Lexi. Lexi gets it to fall past Martin. 16-12. Phillies back up by 4. Hill gets it across. Martin, Eubank across to Gorshak. Gorshak gets it across. Dawson will dig it out. She'll find Lexi. Back to Dawson. Dawson for the kill. Pass to diving Martin. 17-12. Hill gets it across the net we go. Eubank across to Jude. Jude tips it across. Dawson will dig it out. She'll find Lexi to Dawson. Dawson for the kill. And getting a hand on it will be one of the Eagles. There's a couple of them there. 18-12. Phillies with a 6-point lead, their biggest lead. Coach Onan taking another timeout for the Eagles. Try to stop this momentum by Harrison County. Phillies up by 6. Harrison County, as I said, needing this set to tie it up as they trail 2-1. Eagles taking the first one, 25-21. Taking the second one, 25-16. Phillies taking the third one, 25-19. So that is where we were sitting at the moment. We'll get ready to get this back underway here in a moment. 18-12 our score. Jolie Hill gets ready to serve.